Um, okay, obviously we're real pleased with the performance of our team. It was great. We asked them to make the extra pass for each other, and I thought they did an outstanding job of that, and everybody contributed. It was really great to see, and that those are the things that good teams are made of. We continue to play defense. Yes, we're going to do that, but also we're going to recognize the offensive side of it, and flat out get it done. And so we were really pleased with the way the team performed tonight, and it's good to see a lot of different people that have stepped in and made a difference.
Tim Catalfano with our first question for Coach. Tyia Singleton is next to Coach, so if anyone has a question for her, just call it out and we'll pan the camera.
Hey, Coach, congratulations on the win tonight. I just wanted to get your thoughts. You're now 5 games into the season. How would you, overall, with all of the distractions that have gone on this year with COVID and how difficult all this has been, now you're 5 games in, you've had a couple of big games under your belt. How would you evaluate your team's overall performance and where they're at right now in the month of December?
I think that their overall performance is outstanding. They're willing learners and participants, and I have to give major credit to the assistant coaches. The assistant coaches who have been very patient, spent a lot of time, extra time, with them, trying to make sure that they are doing the right things. And it's sometimes I wonder, but the coaches have done an outstanding job, and more importantly, the team has been very receptive and willing to do anything and everything that's possible, and that's where we talked about that. I know to Arella and to Zippy before the start of the season, that we thought that the freshmen were really in tune and wanted to do anything and everything to do, to make a difference, and that's exactly what they're demonstrating.
We're going to pan over to Arella for a second. I'll ask a question. If anyone else has any questions, raise your hands and I'll get to you. Arella, I'll share a stat with you. This is the first time since 93-94 that a Rutgers team has scored 80 points in 3 consecutive games. That's 2 years before Coach Stringer even got to Rutgers. So with that in mind, what can you say about this offense? A stat like that, what does it say about this team getting it done offensively there?
Your buckets. Nah, I just think we're the space, like I said in the beginning of the year, I knew that we were going to have a lot more space to work with because, more people are scoring threats. And it just opens up the floor a lot. Like you see today, like on the pick and rolls, a lot of the help wasn't there because they were staying out on me for the driving kick. So a lot of people had a lot of lanes and a lot of space to work with. And, they hit shots. People have been working this off season. Zippy's been working real hard, and she's transforming her game. Diamond, she's coming in. She's strong. She's a pure scorer. And you could just see how it's just flowing. And like I said before, like the chemistry between this team is only going to get better the more we play with each other. So now you could see it is really, producing because it happened against Maryland. So it happened against a great defensive team, and we're holding our standard against teams that, we should be scoring against.
Another question from Tim Califano. Just mention who you're asking and then ask away.
This is a question for Tyia. Tyia, I know that you have kind of worked your way into the starting lineup, so now you're 5 games in. You've had 5 straight starts as the starting 5. How have you been able to adjust to that, and how would you evaluate your performance so far as being one of the starters now on the floor?
Just having confidence in myself, having confidence with my teammates telling me, you got it, you could do it, just believing in my game, and just allowing myself to play. And so that's what I've been doing, just producing in one game at a time. Waited my turn, and now it's my turn, so now I got to produce to be able to continue being in the starting lineup.
Thank you.
Go to Sunil with the question. Just mention who you're going to be asking to, and then ask
Coach
questions.
Stringer, Matt. Congrats.
Go ahead,
Okay, sorry. Congrats, Coach Stringer, on the win. A balanced scoring effort, Coach. 5 players in double figures. Arella with a double-double. Diamond with 21 points. But and then Zippy, a great stat line, Coach. 13 points, 8 assists, 7 steals. And then you talked about the younger players. Can you talk about Sakima Walker? Said 12 points, Coach.
Well, that's a beautiful thing to see. And quite honestly, I think that what we were asking is that they all work hard, play together, because at the highest levels, we're going to need our team to play together. And no one can exaggerate that more than T-Baby, Arella, Zippy. They've told the team each time that what we are doing isn't necessarily the best situation that we can do, the best that we can do, but we've got to get better and to beat the top teams. So that's what we're shooting toward, and that's why we have goals, specific goals defensively as well as offensively, and we just want the contribution from each and every person, and we've been able to get that. So we've been real pleased with them, and we just got to get some rest and hopefully not have any injuries, and come back and have everybody participate in this game this year.
Tim, I saw your hand raised again. Did you have another one? Go ahead.
Yeah, I just had a quick question for Arella. Arella, I know I asked Coach Vivian Stringer about this a few moments ago. I just wanted to ask you, as one of the team leaders, 5 games in, with all of the distractions that have gone on this year, especially with COVID, the new restrictions, and how that has kind of presented a challenge in practice and everything. How do you feel, as one of those senior leaders, that the team has performed overall, and where you guys are at now 5 games into the year?
I feel like we're just a work in progress. Nothing great ever came easy, and I feel like we're accepting the challenge. It's a difficult year for everyone, mentally, physically. We just played 2 games pretty much with little rest in between, and we have a quick turnaround for the next game Wednesday, before we finally can go home and relax for a second. It's difficult. And we know it's only going to get harder. It's just you have to really be built for this and love this game. And I think this team, we enjoy coming to practice and working with each other every day. That's when you realize, like, it's bigger than you. And I think we understand the talent we have, our destiny, and what we can accomplish. And I think that's what motivates us each and every day, because it is real easy to fall off and get distracted during this time and get discouraged during this time. And I think we've done a good job really staying focused.
Do one more from Mike, and then I close it out with Tyia. Tyia, I'm not letting you get away too easy.
I have a question for Coach Stringer. There she is. Good evening, Coach. How are you?
Hi, Mike. How are you?
I'm good. Coach, you had the full court pressure on, seems like all 40 minutes, even with the game and way, out of, comfortably in hand. Is that more to get the girls more conditioning since you didn't have a long preseason, or is it more to get the younger girls, the freshmen, into the scheme of the 55?
It's kind of interesting that you said that, because I was saying to Coach Eatman, who was sitting beside me, I looked at Erica and I said, something? She's tired, and I'm glad she is, because we kept the pressure on. See, what we know as a team is that we've many times played the whole 40 minutes like that. And Erica played, she was tired. And that was key. Yes, it is for conditioning. Yes, very much so. But I think that until they really feel it and know what that pressure is, and before and until they recognize that we're playing it at that pace and at that level, and we're trying to get a quicker pace, personally anyway. And so when they're doing that, they're quickly getting to the spots that they need to get to, and the only way it's going to work for us is that we've got to be able to apply this kind of pressure throughout, and it'll be okay. It'll be okay.
Thanks, Matt. Thanks.
We'll do a quick one from Mel, and then I'll close this out.
Okay, hi for Coach Springer. Season's greeting to you. You toyed with offense a little bit the last couple, but it sounds like this is a year, as much as defense is there, that you really got the guns that you're committing to, as much offense as you can get on the court at a given time. You kind of anxious now to take the machine up to the big guys and see what your guys can do.
Mel, I can't really hear you that well, but I will say that, yeah, for once we've got the guns, if you will. We've got the guns. We have the firepower, and we just want to get everybody on the same page so everybody knows what's going on. That's the only thing that we're lacking right now. It's the experience, because we didn't have an opportunity to work out during the summer as we would normally. And so with that said, we will continue to work because the freshmen are putting double time in to come up to par. And so you're right. For once, we have the firepower offensively and defensively, and that's a great feeling. So we know that, as Arella said, it's a work in progress, and that's what we would have always said. But with that said, then we've got to just continue to keep putting pressure on and show our team what we expect of them. And fortunately for us, the team has responded, and they've accepted the challenge, and they don't want to be anything less than at their very best.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Last one.
Happy
Last
holidays
one
to
for-
you, Mel, and everybody. Just be
Last one
safe.
for Tyia, real quick. Tyia, 14 points was your career high. Could you kind of take us through your journey as a college basketball player so far? You redshirted 1 year, got it in your time last year, building up your minutes, and don't let Arella intimidate you. And so what does it mean to you to get into the scoring mix? Now that you hear your coach talking about that you have the weapons, you are one of those weapons now. So do you think a night like tonight really will stick out for you going forward in your career?
I just feel like this is what I was supposed to do. That's what I was supposed to do. I was supposed to have been doing that last year and the year before that. I feel like that, this night will stick out, and I will continue to scoring and continue to provide for my team. My years here building up has allowed me to, get the minutes last year so I can fill these type of games in this year, to be able to score, to be able to rebound, to be able to provide for my teams on the defense and offensive end. So, yeah.
It's first press conference,
It's kind of
everybody.
interesting because
Welcome to the show.
it's kind of interesting because I asked her that question just before we came in. Didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
I asked her that question just before we came in because I think that as a freshman, you always are wondering, how good am I, or what can I do better, and how can I get better, and whatever. And what I was sharing with her, as I said, you don't need to ask that question anymore because you know what you need to do to get better. And the confidence that you have is coming from within yourself because you know what you have to do. Am I right?
Yes, continue to believe in myself.
That's right.
Continue to have faith in myself.
We're seeing the inside information right here. Coach Arella, Tyia, thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Have a good night.
Thank you. Have a wonderful holiday, guys.
You too.